Dr. Chaitanya Prakash Yogi, Director of the Swami Vivekananda Cultural Center at the Consulate General of India in Durban, Mr. Sipiwe Mchunu, Mr. Imtiaaz Mohammad Swalah, Sihle Mjaja, distinguished guests and online viewers, my pranams and namaskar to you, and a hearty welcome to the 13th melodious episode of Antartaan, the Inner-Tone. I am Geeta Haridev, and it's once again an honor and a pleasure to be a program director for today's program. Antartaan is a series of interactions between two artists about the experiences of synchronization of the inner tones or internal rhythms. Today, once again in our midst, we have two dynamic and skilled artists, Mr. Imtiaaz Mohammad Swalah and Sihle Mjaja, who will be performing for us. But before we actually get to listen to them, let's learn a little more about our distinguished guests. Mr. Imtiaaz Mohammad Swalah was born into a family of renowned musicians. His cousins and aunt were from the then famous band in the 70s, Chand Roshni. He learned to play an instrument called the Shahi Baja from his late dad and later went on to perfect the art of playing it. He played at various functions, Bazme Adab Kawalis, etc. Being a Muslim did not deter him from playing bhajans at mandirs as well. Together with family and friends, they formed a bhajan group called the Young Aryans. Imtiaaz also took part in the Hindi Shiksha Sangh Eisteddfed in the 70s, and he has certificates for winning certain categories for which he has excelled. And you will only appreciate the melodious Shahi Baja after listening to him. A little about Sihle Mjaja, better known by Sligo SA, is an award-winning hip-hop artist and also an entrepreneur. And both our distinguished guests will be doing a jugalbandi or a musical duet for us in a little while. But right now, let's welcome Mr. Imtiaaz Mohammad Swalah and Sihle Mjaja as they share with us their experiences of synchronization of their inner tones.
Mr. Sligo, how are you, Mr. Sligo?
I'm good, and how are you, Mr. Mohammed?
Very well, thank you. I'm doing well.
Nice.
There's a question that I have here, which is internal rhythm.
In terms of?
What is inner tone and internal rhythm? How would you explain your internal tone or internal rhythm?
Okay. My inner tone is more about what I feel inside my heart, you understand? And what I feel inside my heart is what is actually about what is happening in our society. I write more about what is happening around the country. I'm from South Africa, and in the country where I'm from, there is a very high rate of unemployment, high rates of teenage pregnancy, high rates of crime. So my inner tone is the hunger of writing more about stories or about songs that will change lives. What is yours, Mr. Mohammed?
Mine, well, I'm from South Africa myself. So, like I said, I love music.
Yeah.
So the love for music is what is within me.
Yeah.
The love for playing music, this the feeling of playing music, that inner balance that comes out of me when I play music, and
Yeah.
simply love my music. It brings that inner passion out. It gives you some kind of goosebumps, when you play music, and
Yeah.
releases tension within me.
So tell me, how do you get it into your music practice?
Like I say, I get into my music practicing. It depends on how I would like to practice it. In preparation for like a performance or something, I would make sure that I understand the audience.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
you need to know what your audience wants and how they want you. So with the years gone by, you know what to be expecting and what kind of audience you're going for. I play for spiritual audiences and I play I have played for party audiences as well.
For
So there's a
party.
difference.
Wow.
There's a difference in there. Like, okay, I'm gonna I am gonna play this kind of music in a spiritual audience, where it's called
Yeah.
Qawwali or a bhajan, whatever it is that we're playing for, or if it's a party audience, and then you need to have a very basic beaty kind of music, where they're
Yeah.
gonna jump up and dance, and if they do that, obviously, you get that feeling that I have prepared for this. And what about you? What's your
Me.
view on your
Okay.
preparation?
Me. I believe in order for people um to be warned about something or to be actually told something, music is the only weapon that we have or that we can use in order to address the certain message. So whether when I'm going to a party, as you were saying, or a club, I need to prepare myself for those kind of songs that they will relate to. You understand?
Yes.
And then when I'm going to church or to a community hall where there is respected or highly respected members, I need to perform songs that will actually accommodate them. You understand?
Exactly.
So I think we are on the same page.
Yeah, we're basically on the same lines here. And also, with music, it's a universal thing.
Yeah,
Everybody understands music. No matter what
yeah.
language it's in. You know what?
And music is beautiful. Music is one of the most beautiful thing that actually people mostly relate to. You understand? Like
Exactly.
when you are emotional, music is there for you. Music is the
Exactly.
friend to call. Is that type of a friend who is a one phone call away. You understand?
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, you sometimes you can't find that friend, and then you take up your instrument, and that's your friend.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know.
exactly.
So
I was about to ask you that did you also feel or do you also feel as if you are also an instrument on your own?
yeah. Well, without the instrument, I'm nothing, and
Yeah,
the instrument is without me. The instrument is nothing.
is
So
nothing.
basically, we have
Exactly.
to get together. So
Yeah,
that's
it's the
that's the
combination of
that's
needing
the
each other.
combination that we have, and we can get together and enjoy it,
Yeah,
and then at the same time, like we say, we prepare, right?
yeah,
We take this togetherness and we spread it to other people. You know.
exactly. Yeah,
So
and for me too, it's a one and the same thing. Me and music, we are one. You understand?
exactly.
My
You know.
music, without the instruments, my music won't be that big. But then the instruments adds the sauce. You understand? It adds that boom.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. I mean,
You know,
you got to.
if
It,
yes,
I put it this way: is like you got to pull the strings, for you
yeah,
to get there.
yeah.
So that's how it works, and that's how it's like.
Because I always tell people that even if I can sing a song for you guys, you will understand it. But then if there is instruments, you will understand it much better and relate to the song.
Exactly, like you say. I mean, in the third sense of it, it says how do you feel and experience it? I mean, we've basically spoken on that already. How we feel,
Yeah,
how we experience the music. When we're in an audience, you kind of feel the vibe. You want
yeah,
to play, but you find it okay. You know what? And with us, like when you're playing in a spiritual part of the, or even if it's a party,
yeah.
and the Indian culture is such that you'll find money being thrown at you. You know,
Wow.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's you'll
Wow.
find money being thrown at you in appreciation for what you're doing. And that's when you feel okay. The audience is enjoying themselves, and they're having a good time. So you
Yeah.
get in the mood as well. The experience comes in, and you get in the mood. Okay, I need to play now, and automatically, you know that feeling just comes out of you, and your music and your instrument becomes part of you, and you become part of the instrument, and it just
And,
flows out of you like, what, there's there's,
yeah.
there's nothing there.
So, Mr. Mohammed, tell
And
me,
what about you when you're on stage? Yeah.
when I'm on stage, it's the best feeling. You understand? When I'm on stage, I enjoy to actually sing, or should I say to actually deliver what the audience wants in order for me to perform a nice song, like to have a good performance. In order for me to have a very good performance, I need to make sure that I prepare myself first before I even go to stage. You understand? Because people, when the audience go to to the event, or should I say, to a party or a certain exhibition, in order to enjoy themselves, So me as a singer, when I'm on stage, I feel like I'm in my own room where there's no one else. I can do whatever I want to do. I can sing.
That's your stage, that
You
is
understand?
my
Yeah,
stage.
and when I'm on stage,
Standing
you understand? I
yeah,
make sure that I own the stage. It's mine now.
that's it.
You
Yeah,
understand?
yeah.
And whoever is watching should say, yeah, this guy is really doing great. You understand?
That's
Yeah.
the
So
feeling,
tell me, Mr.
that's
Mohammed,
yes,
I want to ask you something.
yes.
What you do, or what is your reaction, or how do you react when you see that what you are performing on stage is not being enjoyed by the audience, or the
Um,
audience is doing something else, or no one is paying attention on what you are actually doing on stage?
I don't know if you've experienced it, but I've certainly not experienced in a sense that, that we don't get attention because we go to performances or we perform in front of audiences that's particularly come for that kind of
Oh, that kind. Yeah.
performance, or like if, for instance, if it's a kawali or if it's a party or in a band that we are playing together, and you are center of attention there now because the whole audience is there for and
Yeah.
then you need to, okay, I've got to judge this audience now and see what they want, right? And if
Yeah.
they are quiet, then certainly you're not doing it right. you know so the moment they
Yeah.
start jumping off the seats, and especially when the money starts flying around, then it's being done right.
We are on the same page now.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. That's very nice. For me,
Yeah.
I once went to one of the events which was hosted by a certain guy,
Uh-huh.
and then when I got there were so many artists than fans or than the audience. So
Okay,
everyone was
okay, okay.
waiting.
Yeah.
Everyone was waiting to perform. You know,
Yeah.
and then like, even if you are singing a very nice song, they won't relate to you
Uh-huh.
because they are also inching to be on
Yeah,
stage.
because
You
they're
understand?
also
So
itching
I
to
had
get
to tell
they're
them that
also itching to get
as
on the stage, right?
musicians,
Yeah, they're also itching to get on
you
stage.
see,
Yeah, no, in fact,
that's
we experience
yeah.
the same
So
thing when we go to some functions and you got like 4 or 5 artists waiting and you're given an hour
yeah,
just to do your performance. So you got to
yeah,
perform your best. You
yeah.
know,
But at the event where I went to, the problem was that the audience was few and
I
artists were too
see.
many.
You
You
had more
understand?
artists than audience.
So I had to talk to them. I had to tell them that we also need to support each other, because
Yes,
what was
yes,
happening is that other artists, after performing, they left the event after
exactly.
performing. So if you're
Yeah.
performing last, who's gonna actually
Exactly. Who's going to
dance for
appreciate you
you?
on the
You
stage?
know
Yeah,
who's gonna yeah.
yeah.
So
It's like you
I
singing.
once experienced that.
It's like you singing in your bathroom.
Yeah.
It's brilliant. Now that's great. And also, then how did you feel that you are also as an instrument to feel the experience and invoke the inner tone from within? Do you feel like that? Do you feel like you like you take out your very best when you play?
Yeah, yeah, I feel like that because I also believe that in order for me to actually address a certain message, I need to do my best. You understand? So I do feel like I am also that instrument to the certain people. Yeah.
Yeah.
How about you?
No, no, I'm on the same page as you. I do my level best to take the best out of the instrument. Now it's me that has to take the best out of that instrument. And the way I play it and the way I present it to the audience themselves. And I
Yeah,
think we've lost you somewhere there, Mr. P.
I can still hear you. Can you hear
You can
me?
hear me? Yeah, I can
Yes.
hear you. So somehow, we tend to take the very best out of ourselves when we're on stage, and it's the thing that you do. It's within you. It comes in from
Yeah.
within you. Everything comes in from whatever it is inside you, automatically just flows out of you.
Yeah. So how do you feel when you are actually on stage and then you see that's okay now people are enjoying the energy that you are actually putting um on while you are on stage, and how do you feel? How do you
you know
uh
I, that feeling is a different feeling altogether. I mean, you
yeah,
get this euphoric feeling that comes out of you from within you. you know it's a different
yeah,
spirit altogether. It's some kind of energy that is released out of you. It's like a tensed up energy that comes out. It actually releases tension. And when you playing in front of an audience, especially,
yeah,
you need to give your best. You also tense in that way as well. But when you get reaction from an audience, and when you talking to them or you playing to them and they're enjoying it, then you're doing your best. And it's coming out right. How
yeah.
about you?
um when in South Africa, as you said, we have different beliefs and cultures. You understand?
Yes, yes,
There is this part whereby you are performing, and then people start whistling. Actually, guys start whistling, and then girls start taking off their bras, and then it starts you sing. Now I'm on it.
yeah,
You understand? Like,
yeah. Now,
yeah, I'm
yeah.
on it now.
Then you're on the button.
Yeah,
you know then okay, you're doing the right thing, and you're actually doing the best part of it. And,
yeah.
uh, did you feel that your performance is not done by you only, but something greater or bigger than what you think it is? Do you think that the performance is not only by you, or is something else
Yeah.
keeping you
I,
along the way?
yeah. I actually feel like that because um, me as Sligo is say,
Hmm.
I believe that when there is I'm a two-in-one type of a person. That's what I
Hmm.
always tell people. There's someone who's inside me, like who's the one who tells me, "Hey, Sligo, wake up! I have a song for you. Write this song." I
Okay.
do feel like that because sometimes,
Yes.
yes, there's Sihle Mjaja, and then there's Sligo essay. Sligo
Okay.
essay is the one who's inside me, and then
All
the
right.
Sihle Mjaja is this one. You understand? So
Okay.
Sligo essay is the one who's more talented, who's more creative, who comes up with nice songs. So
Yes.
sometimes, or should I say, most of the times, I do feel like there is another person or a certain spirit which is within me. You understand? Because if you can take me right now and put me into a front of million of people or millions of people, I will be shy. But if you take the Sligo side into the front of a very large audience, they'll be
Uh-huh.
like, yeah, they are mine now. Let me rock the stage. How about you?
Yeah, same likewise. Like if you take me and put me in a small room, I am me. You
Yeah,
take me and put me in front of a thousand people, okay? It all
yeah,
depends what comes out of me. So when you find 1,000 people or 200 people, whoever they are, that are there are enjoying themselves, that's when the spirit comes out from within you. And this is what is in me that comes out when you're playing the music. So you tend to take out the inner energy that's inside you, that inner spirit inside you that comes out at that time is a different feeling altogether. You know, when you're
Have
giving that performance of your life, and every performance is a performance of your life, because
yes,
you know, you
yeah.
know,
Each and every, as you are saying, each and every performance
yes,
it should be the best performance of your life because
exactly,
someone else is watching. You understand? There
exactly.
is
That's
someone
it.
who's
And
watching,
you
like
know,
me. If I can tell you about me, Mr. Mohammed,
yes,
I'm always like inching for that. Like if I can, I can perform for even for 5 people because
yes,
I know that someone will see me, and then someone will open doors for me, or will actually create certain opportunities for me. Yeah,
Now,
you may carry on.
it's the same. You look at it. I'm being watched by so many people, and I need to be giving my best. I need that inner energy,
Yeah,
whatever is inside me, has got to come out to give the very best. And every performance is the very best from within you. You know, so
yeah,
it's
yeah.
great. I
Very,
mean,
very, very,
sometimes
very, very. So,
we need. Yes, sir.
wow, wow. So tell me, have you ever felt like how, or should I say, how do you manage a conflict between you and the inner you, or your inner tone?
There are certain times I have experienced that you try to play your instrument and your instrument is not playing back with you.
Like exactly. So
You know,
that's cause conflict. Yeah,
that causes conflict. Now
yeah,
you try to figure out now, okay, what's going on here? And you're somehow not coordinating, or you're not getting in that in that kind of mood that you want to play. you know
yeah.
then you find, what, okay, I need to get myself back into this kind of thing. Now that's what you have, this kind of conflict within you as to, okay, what happened here now? Why aren't you getting in that kind of mood? What went wrong the day before, or what went wrong the night before? So
Yeah.
you need to forget all that and then come back. Okay, I need to start, basically putting myself together, and I need to get my music act together and get playing again. And most times, that within a couple of minutes, that like I would say, that conflict is over.
Wow.
There's some judge that passes that sentence. I say, boy, that's over now. You need to get together and go and play. You know,
Wow.
so
Wow. Wow.
that's what happened. And there's
So
certainly a
so
upper person there that's looking after all that.
yeah. Okay. For me, what I can say is I'm an hip hop artist. I'm an award-winning hip hop artist,
Brilliant, brilliant.
and I'm also doing piano. Have you ever heard of piano?
And no,
A genre. Okay. So what happened is I once had a conflict between me and my instruments. What was happening is we are using or should I say I am using a Fruity Loops. You know a Fruity Loops. There's an app called the Fruity Loops that we are
okay, yes,
using as musicians to
yes,
record our music. You understand?
yes, yes.
And then I started by doing or creating instruments. When I was about to start, I don't know what happened. I started by the kicks, and then the kicks were saying something else, and then I was thinking of something else. And then I ended up saying what, and then I asked my hands. I was like, "What are you doing? What happened now? We are friends, man. We are friends. You and I are friends. You should be helping me now." And then,
Exactly. Then
and then
it somehow gets lost in the way. What's happening?
is
Where are you going to?
are we still fine? What is happening? And sometimes sometimes I even get to be in a conflict with my mind. Like
Yes,
man, why you when I'm done with an instrument now I'm like man, why are you not helping me to write a song? I need to
exactly.
write
Yeah,
something, but then you
yeah,
can
yeah.
hear the instruments are doing
Yes.
very very
Yeah,
well.
you
Nice
sometimes go,
instruments.
you sometimes go, hey, get up, please. Where are you? Are you there or
Exactly.
not there? Not?
Exactly. So the way I actually resolved this matter was that I decided to start doing my music at night, or should I say midnight, when everyone is asleep. You know,
The-
where there is no cars passing by, where there is no noise. When everyone is resting, you are not resting, which means
yes,
your mind is in good chances to get many ideas.
yeah.
you
That,
know,
that
so
that's the best. That's the best time. Look, I don't compose music. Basically, we play what we hear, and we play for the audience of what music they've heard. But there are times, like you say,
yeah,
at night, I can sit for hours you know,
Yeah.
2, 3 hours,
Yeah.
4 hours alone. I've got my little place at my house, at the bottom of my house, and nobody hears me, and I'm there content with myself. You know, I'm the most happiest person
Yeah.
when I'm at that bottom place and there's nobody
Me
there.
too. Exactly.
Otherwise,
Exactly. Exactly. I actually told one of my brothers that um the main reason why we choose music over everything, or should I say, over making more friends or unnecessary friends, is because music is always there for you. When you go to that room, I'm sure when you go to that room of yours, you'll be like, I know my friend is there and is waiting for me. You understand?
exactly.
And yeah. So
Yes,
yeah,
that's the one friend is not gonna tell you anything. He's not gonna
exactly.
open his mouth. You got to you got to use yourself and get yourself going. Some, like you said,
Yeah.
there's a conflict at times, but then the conflict is in your head. You know, that's not in the
Yeah.
instrument itself. Now it's what you did last night, like I said, what you did yesterday, what happened to you during the day. You got to forget
Yeah.
all that, and get
Yeah.
to the instrument and right. There's your
New
instrument.
day.
That's my stuff. This is what's going to suit you today. And that's what happens. And that's how I actually cool myself over. So that's pretty nice. That's brilliant. And I like your way. I like it's brilliant.
I like your ways too, Mr. Mohammed. Eh?
Actually brilliant. How do you
I
feel
think now,
synchronizing
yeah.
your inner self,
Okay. How
with
do you?
expectations? How do you did you feel that your performance is not done by you, only by something greater, because that we've discussed that as well.
Well, yeah, yeah, yeah. I think we have passed all, but you can
Yeah.
keep searching.
How do you feel, in how do you feel synchronization in the inner tone with the expectations of the audience or organizations of the event? How do you feel when you go to an event, and you judge your audience, and how do you think, what do you expect of the person who's actually organized the the um the event itself? What do you
What I
expect
can
from
tell you, what I can tell you is, um, like now we are getting booked as musicians. You understand?
Yes, yes,
So
yes.
as we are
After the
getting
lockdown,
booked, you
after the
understand?
lockdown, I think.
After the, yeah, if an organizer
Yes.
books you,
Mhm.
it's only because that certain event organizer trusts you in such a way that he believes that you can give the best. You understand?
Yes.
So when I'm with the audience, or when should I say, when I'm on stage, I expect the audience to relate with my songs. Why? Because my songs are easy to catch. I write more about things that are happening in our society, and I make sure that
Okay.
the rhyming, or should I say the rhythm of the songs, or of my songs, I relates with the people, or makes it easy for the people to dance for my song. How
Yes.
about
Yes.
you?
Yeah. No. No. Look, I play my music, and I get a lot of backup with other musicians as well. You know,
Wow,
and
nice.
then and that's how I have to play my music, because I would back up from others. I mean, like you said earlier on, without the music, your song is nothing. You
It's
know,
nothing
yeah.
exactly.
So without the
Yeah, I
music, the
also,
backup, without the backup of other musicians, you need that backup. You need to put it all together. In other words, you know,
yeah,
and
I
obviously,
actually,
yes,
yeah, I actually also have, in order for me to make sure that my performance becomes the best performance, I have
yeah,
dancers.
ah,
I have dancers, and then those dancers helps me to make the stage look more brilliant. You understand? Like to add that sauce, that's fire on stage. You
exactly.
understand?
Yes. Now, that's why
Yeah.
I say
So,
we need other musicians to back us up as
uh,
well. I mean, we
yeah,
are part of a whole group. You understand? We without the other guys, we are nothing. And
yeah,
then obviously you're looking for appreciation from the audience as well, and the person who's organized it as well. Now, if he's happy at the end of the whole thing, and when you finished your performance and you've got people standing up and
yeah.
clapping away and
That's what.
enjoying it, you know, and then comes and the organizers come to you and give you a brilliant handshake that they've
Yeah,
actually, you know, that it was their money's worth which they spent on you.
yeah. That,
It's good,
that,
but
that's what I actually told some other guy the other day, that um
yes,
not in all cases it should be more about the money. It should be
yes,
also about more about the vision. You understand?
exactly,
Entertaining. If an event organizer says, I will pay you, I know
yes,
that you worth a lot of money. Like if I can tell you myself,
yes,
as I told you, I have dancers. Those dancers, I pay for them.
yes,
Understand? So if you are booking me, that simply means there is a certain family that relies on me. So
exactly,
when I go to your event, I should make sure that I impress you in such a way that even if you get someone or a friend who will be also hosting an event, you will think
yes,
of me. I should be the
yes,
first
yeah,
artist that you will think
yeah.
of.
You know, it's also the thing that, you know what, I'm going to call this person back, you know, that kind
Yeah,
of, you know, you need to be at the back there. You know what, this guy gave a brilliant performance. But I'd like to say something on my side. I don't play for money. I play for the
exactly.
love of, you know,
Love of music.
I don't play for the money at all. It's
Yeah,
never been in that way in all my life that I've played music. I've been playing music since a little boy. My father taught me the basics of what I'm playing today. Very few people play it, but I don't play for money. You know, I just
exactly.
love to play
The
music.
love.
So, you
That,
know,
that's
when
what
I
I
was
always tell
invited,
people. The love
yes,
of music.
yes, when I was invited by Mr. Spewer here, you know, to come on to this, I say, well, at last I'm being recognized somewhere. You know, it was brilliant that he
Yeah,
gave my gave my name there for him to call me, and I was actually excited about the whole thing. You know,
yeah,
and in
yeah.
the same way, I always excited when I played in any audience. You know, that excitement is always there. That look, I'm playing music. I've never played for money ever. You know, and
Nice.
I I
So,
just love, I just enjoy playing music. It just takes that inner spirit out of you. You know, and
so
it's
Mr.
really
Mohammed,
just
I think now is the time for you to give me a taste of your instruments so I can hear your instruments.
well, we'll go on that way there. But you know, like I said, there is something, you know, the inner feeling. What is your aspirations in the end of it? What do you
My
want?
aspiration. What is?
What do you
I can
want
hear you.
from your music? What is your aspiration? What are your
Okay.
latest stage that you are
What
trying to
I
do?
want? What I want is to change lives with my music. I want to bring hope
Brilliant.
using my music.
Yeah.
I want to
Yeah. Yeah.
educate people about certain things using my music. Things like, as I told you before, that people know South Africa, but then they don't know the society within South Africa. Things that are happening
Exactly.
in our local community. Yeah. What is
Yes.
yours?
Mine, look, I want to pass on this knowledge of this instrument, which is basically very few people play, right? My son plays it a
Yeah.
bit, but other than that, if you look around, there are very few people that play this instrument. And I'm happy for anybody that can even contact me. And if they want to learn to play it, I'd love to pass this knowledge on, because I'm reaching
Nice.
a stage where I know I'm I'm on borrowed time, you know, you and that time of your life when it's dimmed out of you, it's there, but you don't know when. So before the time comes, you know, I would love to pass on this knowledge to somebody else for it to be carried on. You know, the culture doesn't have to die off. You understand what I'm saying? You know, we need to
Yes.
carry on this culture. And as you see, with today's world, culture is dying off. There isn't any culture left. Everything is about modernization. You know, we don't get people going to functions. I mean, when we used to do it, what we used to do 20 years ago, they're not doing it as much now, you know, and with the functions that we used to go to, our religious functions that we used to go to, they don't have it so much now. And you don't find young people anymore at
You.
these functions. So we need to draw these people back. We need to get them start learning to play music, especially music like what I am playing, which is very rare. Very few people play, and most, for me to pass it on to somebody else and then take it on to another level, I would very much. That's what I want. That is what within me, to give it to somebody else, where somebody would really enjoy to play this music. That's what I want to take up. I don't have any kind of, I'm not looking for any monetary gain because I don't need it, right? But I'd love to pass the culture on to a next generation, whoever wants to use this and carry on with our culture that's going on. As you know, people are losing the culture. So this is what I need to do. I really need to take it to that level, if it's possible.
Well, that was quite interesting. And after listening to your very interesting musical journey, may I kindly request that you do a little performance for us?
You was there for me when nobody else was. Struck the pause, baby, come let's take some pictures. You my baby, you my boo, you my day one. Forget the haters, cause they hate us. The first day I met you was in high school. My whole squad told me how to get you. You gave me a chance to much later than I got you. I had to change everything but besides you. Yes, gumnandi kuba nawe sikhohla abantu. Yes, gumnandi kuba nawe cause I love you. Gumnandi kuba nawe cause we lambo. You was in the dark when I wanna find you. Hey, baby, I just wanna let you know, Quincy.
Thank you so much, Mr. Imtiaaz Mohammad Swalah and Sihle Mjaja, for that absolutely beautiful, mesmerizing, and soulful performance. We've now come to the end of the 13th episode of Antartaan, the Inner-Tone, and it is now my pleasure to introduce to you Mr. Siphiwe Mchunu from the Swami Vivekananda Cultural Center at the Consulate General of India in Durban to render a vote of thanks. It's over to Mr. Siphiwe Mchunu.
On behalf of Swami Vivekananda Cultural Center at the Consulate General of India in Durban, I am honored today to deliver a vote of thanks on today's episode 13 of the program, Antartaan, meaning the inner tone. Today we had a very wonderful musicians by the name of Mr. Imtiaaz Mohammad Swalah, who is playing the instrument called Bul Tarak. It's a Japanese instrument. And also we had a young musician by the name of Sihle Mjaja, by the name, his stage name is Mr. Sligo. They had a very sterling interactions. You know, I learned that what they are doing, Mr. Imtiaaz Mohammad Swalah and Mr. Sihle Mjaja, they love their music. You know, when they talk about the music, you can see smile on their faces. So we like to say on behalf of Swami Vivekananda Cultural Center, thank you Imtiaaz ji, and thank you Usihle Siyabonga kakhulu mfowethu for taking part on today's program. And also they blessed us with the music items. Mr. Imtiaaz Mohammad, he played his instrument, Shahi Baja, Bul Tarak. It's very good instrument. It's the first time I'm hearing this Japanese instrument, but Imtiaaz ji, I'm not shy to say it, I like it. Thank you very much for introducing us in this wonderful instrument. So to Imtiaaz Mohammad ji, thank you, sir. Thank you very much. So to Sihle Mjaja, thank you very much, sir, for taking part and also for this wonderful music item that you rendered this evening. To Dr. Chaitanya Prakash Yogi, Director of the Swami Vivekananda Cultural Center at the Consulate General of India in Durban, Mr. Kiran Singh, thank you very much for taking part on today's program. To all our online participants, we would like to say thank you for taking part and also deciding to be with us this evening. You are kindly advised to visit ICCR in Durban Facebook page for all updates regarding the cultural activities organized by Swami Vivekananda Cultural Center in Durban. Once again to Imtiaaz Mohammad Swalah ji, thank you very much, sir. Thank you for everything. And Mr. Sihle Mjaja, Siyabonga kakhulu mfethu for taking part. We really enjoy, we really appreciate what you did this evening. To all of you, have a wonderful evening. Namaskar.